If your boyfriend/husband is uncomfortable with a certain guy friend because he knows their intentions, 90% of the chance he's right. Now this isn't saying that every time your boyfriend sees another guy talking to you he has the right to be upset. This isn't condoning abusive and controlling relationships by a long mark. There are certain situations where the other guy could be a longtime friend, or be with another person, or just have no interest in that sense, and it doesn't mean that being overly jealous is a healthy behavior. What it is about is if a guy suddenly comes into the girl's life and is very flirty, always demeans the boyfriend on the littlest things in hopes to cause a fight, and is overly nice and affectionate to the point it's weird, and if it's at that point that friend is not trying to just be friends. There's a difference between "Hey, I hope you're having a good day" and "Hey cutie, how's it going, you wanna hang out at my place?" Most guys think alike, and we can see when a guy is obviously trying to shoot his shot. If you're letting someone talk to you like that and just let them proceed while your significant other has stated they don't feel comfortable with they talk to you, you're the one causing the problem and being toxic. Just respect your significant other's feelings and emotions by understanding their point of view and tell that person they can't flirt with you like that. My ex always had guy friends acting like this, and she always insisted they didn't like her that way, and unsurprisingly the week we broke up they all confessed their feelings for her and that they've liked her all along. As much as it sucks to say, many guys are vultures at the chance of getting laid when the opportunity arises. Yup, 100%. Told my ex about her friend that she hung out with had other intentions. She didn't believe me and we always used to fight about it. Guess who she's married to now? Yup, that guy, lol. Guys know guys. I had issues with a dude who always flirted with my ex and she always told me there was nothing wrong with it. They have now been dating for 8 months. It's true. When my girlfriend and I first started dating, she was friends with a guy. She friend-zoned him, but neither were aware. 3 or so months they still hung out from time to time. The last time they hung out, he basically told her to leave me for him. I had told her the last 3 times they hung out that he was trying to get into her pants. Had this argument with my girlfriend several times over the years. She has a male best friend that she's known since kindergarten. He would randomly call or show up at her house when we first started dating, and continually inserted himself into our plans as a couple. Whether that was going to the movies or whatever, he always popped up. My girlfriend would never confront him about it because she didn't want to hurt his feelings. After about 3 years I finally had enough of all the FB messages and texts he sent that were not so subtle attempts at driving a wedge between my girlfriend and I. One day my girlfriend came in nearly crying because they had been on the phone arguing. Apparently he said she had completely abandoned him when we started dating and that their friendship meant nothing anymore. This was the same old guilt-trippy bullshit he had been playing for years. I told him I'd beat his ass if he called her again, then she got mad at me for making it worse. Not long after that he did finally confess to her and say he had always loved her and etc. She turned him down and now they don't talk at all. They only stopped because I gave my girlfriend an ultimatum. I told her I loved her, but I couldn't stay with her if she was going to keep someone around that clearly wanted to be more than friends. Sometimes you have to put your foot down. Yeah, you should trust your soul not to cheat, but they also shouldn't put you in a situation where you have to worry about it. Yep. My wife kept telling me about this really nice IT guy. I kept having to ask, wait, why is going to your desk? I hit the truth button for her several times but she didn't listen and just kept telling me he was just being friendly. One day she came home and said, "You were right." Normally I don't gloat, but I did the "I told you so" dance and song for like 15 minutes straight. As a woman who is oblivious about this, I trust my boyfriend. He is not the jealous type, so when he says, "That guy wants to get in your pants," I believe him. This has happened 3 times. 2 of them the guy confessed and the friendship ended upon confrontation. The third guy denied it and then drunk called me a week later and got blocked anyway. The point is, unless there is a damn good reason for staying friends with someone, there is no reason to keep someone in your life who will make you so uncomfortable. If the relationship makes you happy, then dropping people who threaten it shouldn't even be an issue. It should be automatic. Side note, this goes the other way too. I know when a girl is trying to subtly get my BF to sleep with her, he has never gotten defensive, it's always been, I need you to stop talking to me. This is a two-way street. No, he's just controlling. Red flag, break up with immediately. It's not your fault if you cheat on him. Most relationship advice on Reddit. Guys can be oblivious to this too. My BF had a friend like that, she made me uncomfortable. He's always had female friends but she specifically made me put my guard up. I didn't say anything BC. He always talked about how he appreciated that I wasn't a jealous GF and trusted him. He cheated on me. Her. Edited a couple times to clarify, didn't realize this would blow up so much. To clarify the oblivious part, he had a vague idea that she was crushing on him but didn't think it was a big deal so didn't tell me. They got drunk one night and hooked up. I'm not sure who made the move first. When I asked why he put himself in a situation like that he said I didn't think this would ever happen. Hindsight is 20/20. Which is a bullshit answer. To me it just seems like common sense. To the people who said I should have communicated sooner, I'm not sure I would have been able to stop him. As another person commented, he was choosing to be intentionally blind to the situation. But for my own sanity, you're right, I should have spoken up. I had already told him that I didn't like that he was prioritizing her over me, but I was going to speak to him again. By then it was too late though. They had already hooked up. Also, it's hard to communicate sometimes. Think of the cool girl speech from Gone Girl. Some guys don't want a partner who is a hassle. They want someone cool. Never jealous, never demanding, takes care of herself, but always there for him, effortlessly cool. I wanted to make the relationship work. But relationships are not effortless. They require work, and that effort needs to come from both people. And the cool girl is a fantasy. We're all human and we all have needs. I shouldn't have been scared to speak up, I know that now. LOL, my ex had a guy that was really into her and she was too allowing on it. One of my good friends who was best friends with the other guy noticed it and vocally said it wasn't cool. I was made to feel bad for not being okay with it myself and was told I was exaggerating what I was sensing and uncomfortable with. 2 weeks after we broke up, she relayed they were dating. I wasn't even mad, I was out of fucks to give. Fucking ditto for the vice versa, same goes for women. We understand our gender as well. This works the other way too. I've dated a guy with a female best friend who didn't like me. I knew she liked my man more than a friend. When I'd tell him she had feelings, he would deny it and was adamant they were just mates. Lo and behold, they ended up hooking up. I've been cheated on several times this way. It's anecdotal, I know, but when I met my husband he was in agreement that having a third-party best friend of the opposite sex is not helpful to a relationship. I knew I could trust him right away.